You've probably spent months trying to grow your consulting business through failed marketing campaigns, overspending on ads, or other gimmicks that just don't work, while overlooking the biggest asset that you already have, your existing clients. Winning a new client can cost 5 times more than keeping one you already have. Getting their business again or a referral costs you nothing, but you won't get either if the client isn't satisfied. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I am Faris. I've built and sold multiple consulting businesses, including an 8-figure firm acquired by a global media giant. In this video, I'll show you how the best service businesses don't just deliver projects to clients, they empower their clients and turn them into advocates. So instead of constantly chasing growth, your clients help create it for you. And like most things in business, this isn't one tactic or one shortcut. It's a series of principles that work together. I'll walk you through 5 key principles, and by the end, you can build a business where growth compounds through the relationships you've already earned. Principle 1, delivery is part of growth. One of the mistakes I see with newer consultants is mentally separating sales from delivery. Sales get the client, delivery completes the project. Then attention shifts to finding the next opportunity. But a good consulting business doesn't work that way. Delivery heavily influences future revenue. See, clients evaluate far more than technical output during an engagement. They notice responsiveness, clarity, communication, and professionalism under pressure. And many client relationships slowly weaken long before anyone formally complains. Most unhappy clients don't escalate concerns directly. They simply stop renewing. They stop responding. They stop referring, or they stop expanding the relationship. Say you're a process automation consultant helping businesses use AI to streamline workflows. You've recently completed a project for the marketing department and hope to expand your work into other parts of the business. But a few delivery issues create doubt. So other departments hesitate to bring you in, and what could have become a company-wide engagement starts slipping away. See, delivery problems don't just affect the current project, they affect future opportunities as well. And for newer consultants, that becomes especially dangerous because every client affects cash flow, reputation, and confidence. A successful consulting engagement creates momentum beyond the current project. Delivery becomes retention, referrals, reputation, and future pipeline, all at the same time. I learned this lesson the hard way, stumbling a lot with delivery. One of our early clients, NextLogic, came to us for a small $200 a month pay-per-click or search engine marketing engagement. We were able to generate a positive return on investment, a lot of qualified leads, fairly quickly, which helped build trust. As we got to know the client better, we realized they didn't really have anyone leading their marketing efforts. Over time, we expanded our marketing support, eventually growing that relationship to a 5-figure monthly retainer, along with several one-off projects. 15 years later, when we sold our company to Dentsu, NextLogic was still a client. And over the life of that relationship, revenue from that one client approached $1 million. That didn't happen because I had the perfect sales process. I was still learning at the time. It happened because we consistently delivered results, earned trust, and treated the client's business as if it were our own. That is the power of great delivery. As Peter Drucker famously said, the purpose of business is to create and keep a customer. Before we move into the next principle, if client delivery is something you're struggling with, I've got you covered. Check out The Ultimate Guide to Servicing Your Clients, linked in the description. It's a practical playbook based on lessons learned from delivering more than 600 projects for organizations ranging from very small businesses to Fortune 50. Inside the playbook, you'll find frameworks, templates, worksheets, and best practices to help you deliver exceptional client experiences and create more opportunities for repeat business and referrals. Now back to the principles. Principle number 2, know your client. Good consultants communicate effectively. Even more importantly, good consultants solve problems. The best consultants, they understand how each client prefers to solve them. Now, some clients want complete execution. They hire consultants because they want speed, reliability, reduced operational burden, and peace of mind. Other clients want involvement. They want visibility into the process. They want their internal teams to grow during the engagement. They want more ownership over time. Many clients fall somewhere between these two extremes. And most consulting engagements eventually fall into one of 3 delivery models. There's DIY. The client buys guidance, systems, templates, documentation, and training so they can operate independently. For example, a sales consultant might provide a sales playbook, CRM setup guide, and training. Then there's DWY, done with you. The consultant works closely with the client's team and helps them think through implementation and decisions together. For example, the sales consultant would join weekly planning meetings, review progress, and coach the team through execution. And then there's DFY, done for you, where the consultant handles most or all execution directly while still keeping the client aligned on priorities, trade-offs, risks, and progress. For example, the sales consultant might help design the sales process and implement some of the day-to-day sales activities. So those were the 3 delivery models or delivery structures, and a lot of consultants force every client into the same delivery structure or don't allow the model to evolve with the client's needs. A client who initially needs heavy support may later want more ownership. Another client may realize during delivery that they actually prefer a more collaborative or managed relationship than they expected. The client feels misunderstood, the relationship becomes less effective, and the engagement loses energy. Strong consultants adapt their delivery style to the client's goals, maturity, and operating reality. Once you start thinking that way, another important distinction starts becoming very clear. Some consultants build relationships around trust. Others build relationships around dependency. Which brings me to principle number 3. Trust scales better than dependency. Here's the mistake I see all the time. Some consultants worry that if they teach too much, the client won't need them anymore. They overcomplicate, hide processes, and become overly protective of expertise. Other consultants take a very different approach. When clients want to learn and there's no major operational risk involved, they explain their thinking. They provide documentation, process visibility, and a lot of training, including reasons and pros and cons behind their recommendations. This matters even more today because AI has made information cheap. What clients still pay for is judgment, experience, and context. Your clients are more likely to trust you when you help them understand how decisions are being made and master new concepts and capabilities. And clients who trust the consultant often become stronger long-term partners. A pro tip here: certain responsibilities should remain with specialists. If you're a cybersecurity consultant, for example, there are absolutely areas where handing over responsibility to an untrained team creates operational risk. A good consultant knows where those boundaries exist. In your new consulting business, you'll develop this discretion over time, and the next principle will help you get there faster. Principle number 4, judgment and flexibility. Strong client relationships require flexibility and judgment. That doesn't mean unlimited scope creep, because boundaries matter, pricing matters, project management matters, profitability matters. But many consultants become rigid too early. They treat every request like a contractual battle. In my first business, one of our clients assumed that because we developed websites, we could also help with general IT issues. One day he called and said, "Ferris, my fax machine is not working." I didn't know what to do, but we had a resourceful high school intern at the time, so I sent him over. Somehow he got the fax machine working. The client was thrilled. We demonstrated responsiveness, flexibility, and problem solving. That strengthened the relationship. We became the client's go-to problem solvers, and more business from our core services came our way. Cumulative revenue from that small business eventually exceeded $40,000. Not to mention the delicious meals I enjoyed during our weekly status meetings that he refused to charge me for, no matter how much I insisted. Now, we didn't suddenly reposition the company around fax machine maintenance. We simply helped the client solve a problem during an important stage of that relationship. A lot of consultants hear stories like that and immediately swing too far in the other direction. They start saying yes to everything. They destroy boundaries. They absorb endless extra work, and they burn themselves out. That's not the point either. The point is that clients remember consultants who stay engaged and make the relationship easier and more reliable. Principle number 5, compounding business effects. Clients who have strong experiences during delivery often become long-term growth engines for the business. They renew projects, they expand scope, they introduce you to peers, they refer you internally, they offer stronger testimonials, and they become stronger case studies. And as those relationships mature, clients also become more strategic buyers. They involve you earlier, they trust you with larger initiatives, they bring you into more important conversations. That is when growth starts compounding. You're no longer just the consultant who completed a project, you're the trusted advisor clients call first when a new challenge appears. Now, if client delivery is going well for you and you're generating leads and referrals, but you're still struggling to consistently win consulting proposals, check out my next video on writing winning proposals. I walk you through a proven step-by-step framework for creating proposals that address client concerns and improve the likelihood of getting a signed agreement significantly.